Just under 20 minutes into this top of the table clash in the Liga between Barcelona and Real Madrid, and Barcelona are on the attack. Pobega back to Dokic. Araujo finds Christov. Pobega. Ball through to Hernandez. Hernandez shoots and it's saved and it's out for a corner. Fantastic save from the goalkeeper. Malero with the corner kick. It's headed down and Pobega at the back post can't direct his shot on target and he hits the outside of the post. It's half time at the Nou Camp and it's Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 0. Real Madrid are going to look to build an attack from the back. Timber to Osimhen. Osimhen beats Fulciani on the left. Osimhen bursts into the box. He shoots, but Meslier claims the ball and will clutch it gratefully to his chest, as it normally says at the bottom. Pedro Porro finds Christov. Christov, he's tackled, but Hernandez picks out Pobega. Long ball over the top to Malero. Malero shoots and it's just tipped wide by the goalkeeper. Fantastic goalkeeping from Churches once again. And that's the reason I looked at trying to sign him in the summer. There's Malero. Araujo is up there and it's off and out of play. And we've reached full time. There weren't many attacking highlights in that game, to be honest. And it's Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 0. And I kind of feel like Barcelona have missed the trick there. 13 shots on goal, 5 on target, an XG of 1.79. Were the better team, more possession, more shots, but couldn't manage to find the goal to win them the game. And it ends goalless at the Nou Camp. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to part 2 of my future rebuild with Barcelona in the 2032-33 season. The game you've just seen against Real Madrid, that 0-0 draw, was our last game before the winter break on the 18th of December. We are now at the 1st of February 2033. We're in a 2-horse race for the title. We're through to the last 16 of the Champions League and we're still in the Copa del Rey. So things are going quite well. If we have a look at our schedule / fixture list, results, whatever you want to call them, you will see that we are unbeaten all season. Except for the Super Cup final against Real Madrid on the 9th of January. We lost 1-0 in that. But in the league, in the Champions League and in the Copa del Rey, we're unbeaten. So we're doing pretty well. If you see there, that run of green, except for that Super Cup final, which kind of ruined it. But one thing with Real Madrid, their goalkeeper, Emil Churches, we tried to sign him in the summer because he was very, 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 very good. He has just gone to Arsenal in the January transfer window, so Real Madrid are going to be weakened in goal. I haven't had a look to see who their replacement is, but as far as I'm concerned, they've just lost who was voted the 3rd best keeper in the world. Our goalkeeper, Meslier, was voted 2nd in the best keeper in the world. So Real Madrid have just sold the 3rd best goalkeeper in the world, who was in the media Dream 11 for the season preview of the La Liga. And yeah, in my opinion, that's going to weaken them. And I'm hoping that it allows us to gain an advantage over them because they're still unbeaten in the league as well. If we have a look at the league table, you will see that Real Madrid are top, played 22, won 19, drawn 3, no losses, a goal difference of plus 36 and 60 points. We are in 2nd place, played 22, won 18, drawn 4, lost 0, goal difference of plus 44 on 58 points. So the only difference between us is we drew 1 when they won. So that's why they have a 2-point advantage over us. We do have a better goal difference. So if we can just jump above them, then our goal difference will be like that extra point for us. Valencia are back in 3rd. They're 12 points behind us. And then there's a further 6-point gap to Bilbao in 4th. So it's a 2-horse race for the title. I can't see anyone else coming up from the rear. And yeah, it's basically us or Real Madrid that are going to win the title. The Champions League phase, we finished 4th in the group. Well, it's the new format. This is the first time I've ever played it. I said before that my saves have only been a season or 2 with higher clubs, or I've been in the lower league. So it was the first time I've played this new format. Quite interesting, really, isn't it? But we finished fourth at the league phase. Borussia Dortmund were top, 8 wins from their 8 games. PSG second, Real Madrid third, and then us fourth. Bayern, Man United, Liverpool, and Man City also automatically through to the last 16. If we look at our squad screen, you will see that everyone is putting in very, very good performances so far. Our goalkeeper, Ilham Melier, 7.31 average rating. As I said before, he was voted the second best goalkeeper in the world. Fortuna, 709, 7.06 for Koundé. Vladimir Dokic, who, when I signed him, I said he was going to be backup and then he would make his way into the first team next season. 7.17 from 30 appearances, 2 goals, 3 assists, has been absolutely brilliant. So he has been a regular in the first team. Baldo's got 7.19, De Jong 7.27, Christoph 7.07. He's played a lot more games than I thought he was going to, actually. Pedri on a 7. Ferran Torres 7.06. Alberto Malero 7.21, 9 goals, 11 assists. And then we did have Thomas Hernandez playing as our main striker for the last few weeks, but he's just left. We'll go into that in a moment. Julian Alvarez, 6.95 for the season, 7.22 for his last 5 games, 13 goals, 3 assists from 18 appearances, 11 sub-appearances. He has been okay. He's had a lot of really below-par performances, Alvarez, and that was one of the reasons I dropped him to the bench and started playing Hernandez up front. But, as I said, Hernandez has gone. So, let's go and have a look at our transfers that were made in January. We only brought 1 player in and we got rid of a few. I wanted to bring a few more players in, but it just didn't happen. Oh, just before we get into the January transfer window, I did sign someone on deadline day at the end of August, beginning of September. Noel Meisner came in as our sub-goalkeeper from Borussia Dortmund. 5-star potential. He's basically going to sit on the bench for a couple of seasons and then he will be our number 1. Julian Ross from Atletico Bilbao comes in for 500,000 for the under-19s. I didn't make that signing. It was made by our director of football. The one that I made was a little bit of a panic buy on deadline day. Fernando Franco comes in on loan from Manchester City for a fee of £1.2 million. We're paying his wages and we have an option to buy him for £20 million at the end of the season. He's only a 2.5-star current ability with a 3-star potential, but I needed a little bit of backup for our team. The only way Man City would loan him to us is by saying he'd be a regular starter. He's not going to be a regular starter. He's going to be a player who comes on from the bench and hopefully can provide that little bit of quality when we need it. And the reason I brought him in is because on deadline day, Andreas Schelderup, he had agreed to leave the club at the end of his contract. He refused to sign a new contract. He said he wanted to explore his other opportunities or whatever at the end of his contract, at the end of the season. AC Milan came in with a loan offer for him. £4.2 million they're paid for the loan, but they've got a mandatory fee of £27.5 million as well. So it gets him out the door. He was leaving anyway. Rather than him leaving on a free, I'm getting about £30 million for him. Thomas Hernandez went for £61 million. We only brought him in for £50 million at the start of the season in the summer. He's gone for £61 million. It was a bit of a bidding war between Arsenal, Tottenham and Middlesbrough. He asked for a transfer. He played quite well for us, actually. If you look at his stats, he scored 9 goals in 15 appearances at a 7.32 rating. But his issue was that I played him on the right-hand side more than I played him up front. So he said that he wasn't playing in his requested position enough. So I moved him to the advanced forward position, but it weren't good enough. By that point, he already wanted to go. So his mind was made up. And Alvaro Benito has joined Bilbao on loan until the end of the season. He wasn't playing. He's out. He was not even our backup left back, really. He was like third third choice left back. So he wanted to go out on loan and get some playing time. So hopefully he'll come back a better player for next season. We look at the dynamics, you'll see that my managerial support is still only average. Because I've only been at the club for a short period of time and I've made a couple of players unhappy. Well, that was basically Zaniolo and Cavlina. Cavlina wants to go out on loan. No one wants to take him. And Zaniolo wants to leave. Again, no one wants to take him. So those two players are unhappy and that's making the managerial support only average. But the club atmosphere is excellent. The team cohesion is very good. And things are going well. I've extended the contracts of a few players like Alvarez, Koundé and De Jong. They had a year extension. They're all old men now. Well, Alvarez is like 32, but they're all getting on a little bit. In an ideal world, I would get rid of them, bring in younger, but they are team leaders, highly influential players. The fans love them, so I thought we'll trigger the extension. We'll keep them for next season. Even if they end up on the bench for next season, at least it ain't going to affect the dynamics in the dressing room atmosphere too much. And now, I'm going to get these next couple of games played. And we'll have a little treat of the trip to Real Madrid at the end of this episode. Because hopefully we'll get a win and we'll end the episode on the top of the league. It's been all about the cup since I last spoke to you. We beat Adav, we beat Valencia, and then we lost in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final to Real Madrid. They beat us 2-1 a few nights ago, but now it's the league game. That's the team. We're 2 points away from them on the top of the table, so we need at least a draw. If they win this game, they're going to move 5 points ahead of us. If we can get something out of it, though, we're still in with a chance of winning the title this season. First highlight, Raspadori's free kick, and Tchouaméni has headed it in inside 3 minutes. And that's not the start I was looking for. Unmarked at the near post is Bauder. Finds Pedri on the left. Pedri goes back to Bauder. Bauder's cross. Ferran Torres gets up there. He's hit the bar. Ferran Torres has hit the crossbar. Christoph goes back to Dokic. Playing around with it in the defence. Hopefully we don't give it away. As Ferran Torres goes back to Koundé. Christoph to Porro. Torres again. Pedro Porro. Looks to burst through to the midfield. He gives it away to De Jong. Look for the pass to Pedri. Doesn't find it. And again he gives it away. Pedro Porro. There's a foul on the edge of the area. Is it inside? Is it going to be a penalty or a free kick? Penalty's been awarded. To me it looked like it was outside the box. But the penalty's been awarded on Raspadori against Meslier to put Real Madrid 2-0 up. It's saved! Meslier saves it. And then Jules Koundé gets back there and hassles the attacking player off the ball. But they've still got an attack here, Real Madrid. Ferran Torres manages to kind of get in the way of the attack and it's out. But Real Madrid are still on the attack here. Raspadori, Pedro Porro cuts it out. Ferran Torres goes back to the keeper. Dokic to Bauder. Bauder, Pedri. For some reason, Pedri's just run back to his own box and then give the ball away. I don't know what happened there. Pedri is a centre midfielder on attack. He's got the ball there and then runs back to his own box and passes it to their player. Why is he not turning around and looking the other way? Make this make sense. Make the game make sense. Raspadori with a corner. It's headed out. And Ansu Fati gets there, but he's got no support. Goes back to Pedro Porro. De Jong. Pedro Porro again. Jules Koundé. We're passing it about, but there's no attack. There's no We're lacking that killer ball that we've had all season. Here's Ferran Torres. Goes to the left to Malero. Malero gives it away. But Pedri wins it back. Can he make up for his mistake earlier? Gets in the box, passes it. Pedro Porro to Ferran Torres. Torres shoots and scores. Ferran Torres pulls one back on the stroke of half time. And the game is not over yet. It was all a little bit messy though, wasn't it? I thought he was going to give it away. Didn't. Nice little turn. And it's 2-1. We've reached the break. We've been better team in terms of possession, but Real Madrid have dominated when it comes to attacking play. They've had more shots, more on target, and they lead 2-1. It could have been more for Real Madrid if they had managed to score the penalty, but Melié's save from Raspadori kept us in it, and now Ferran Torres' goal right on the stroke of half-time means it's Madrid 2, Barcelona 1, and we still have a chance of getting something from this game. Second half's underway, and we need to attack, and we need to pass better because we've given the ball away too much. There's a ball over top. Ansu Fati chips the keeper, and it's in! It's 2-2. Ansu Fati straight from the off. Less than 20 seconds into the second half. Pedro Porro to Christoph. Christoph picked out Ferran Torres. Lovely ball over the top. Ansu Fati, great time run and a first time chip over the goalkeeper, and it's 2-2. Real Madrid are on the attack. Luka to Raspadori. Raspadori back to Boskovic. Boskovic shoots, it's saved. Now Ferran Torres, can we mount a counter-attack? He's tackled, but he's got it back again. Christoph. Lovely ball to Malero on the left. Shoots, saved. Andre Gomez with a fantastic save to deny Malero. I still can't pronounce his name. It's Malero with the corner. Dokic, he's headed it well over the bar. And I think it's time for a couple of changes. Real Madrid with a throw-in. Osimhen shoots, and it's a great goal from Victor Osimhen from the edge of the area. We're going to move to very attacking because there's only 5 minutes left. We're going to shout some encouragement and we're going to hope that we can find an equaliser, but a fantastic finish. Should have probably been closed down a bit more. I've got us on high pressing. And it's full time, and unfortunately we're ending this episode with a defeat, which could mean our title hopes are over. It was a fantastic finish from Victor Osimhen on the 85th minute. He should have been closed down quicker. Our pressing game wasn't as good as it should have been. But there were individual mistakes throughout. There were a couple of bits of brilliance that got us back into the game. But all in all, I think Real Madrid have got a deserved victory there. And it strengthens their position at the top of the table because it's now Real Madrid in first place with 63 points. We are back in second with 58. And Valencia are now 8 points adrift of us in third. I still think it's a two-horse race. But with 15 games to go of the season, we've got to overturn a 5-point deficit against a team who haven't yet lost. So it's going to be extremely tough. But we're still fighting in 3 competitions. It's going to be an interesting end to the season. And I'll be back at the end of the season to let you know how we got on. Right, that's a wrap for another video, and it looks like we might be having a second season at Barcelona because the aim of this series is to win the league. I don't think we're going to do it this season. We now have a 5-point deficit against a team that are unbeaten all season and who are better than us. It's got to be said, they are better than us. We've played them 4 times this season, twice in the league, twice in cup competitions, and we've lost 3 of them. Albeit by a single goal every time, but we've lost 3 and got a draw against them. Hopefully it doesn't affect morale too much and we can bounce back and get a victory over them in the second leg in the cup. But now I'm going to play the rest of the season and the plan is to come back at the end of the season and show you how we got on. Maybe if we manage to reach the Champions League final, or we've got a chance of winning the league at the end of the season, then I'll show a couple of live comms or whatever. But that ain't the aim of this series. I didn't want to show too many live comms or whatever. I wanted to just let you know how we're getting on, move through the series, do a mini-series / rebuild thing. But anyway, I digress. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to know when future videos are coming. Comment below to say hi. And I will see you all again very soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.